Time to pack it on up. Nintendo Switch regular. It's been nice knowing you. I got a new friend now. Yep. You're retired down here to the table of shame here. Now you just come with me right over here. Get! What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to D-Dub. I'm very excited today. So I actually went out and I got a Nintendo Switch Lite.
Yeah,
well, I didn't have the
baby.
cash for it. I did go to GameStop and I traded in a whole bunch of stuff. I had to do it. So, so now that I have the new Nintendo Switch, arguably better in many ways because it's blue. It's better than the initial Nintendo Switch. It's better than the V2 Nintendo Switch. And it's blue. Did I mention that it's blue? I was gonna go with the yellow. I wasn't quite sure. And it doesn't seem like too many people are getting the yellow one. At some point, I'm probably gonna get another one. But anyways, welcome back to the channel. And this is the unboxing for the Nintendo Switch Lite. So hopefully, for you guys out there, hopefully... So for anybody who does watch this video, hopefully you enjoy it. This is the box. It's not very big. And here's the original Nintendo Switch box. As you can see, it's gigantic. And here's this box, a lot smaller, both in width, length, and height. I don't have a Nintendo 3DS box, but I do have Nintendo 2DS. And even this box. Just for size comparison, you know, gotta compare that size. So I did go to GameStop and trade up way too much stuff, but it was a bunch of older stuff that I wasn't really using, so it actually ended up not hurting too bad. So I'm actually really excited to get this thing. This is gonna be pretty sweet. So welcome back to D-Dub. This is the official D-Dub boxing. If you like the video, you know, hit the like. And this is gonna be pretty sweet. I'm super completely excited about this. I haven't opened it yet, haven't looked at it, haven't seen it in person, haven't felt it yet. Reviews have been great, people have been talking about it, and you know, I just can't wait to actually open the thing just to see how it feels for myself, because this is one of those things, when it came out, we saw the size, we saw the form factor, we knew what it was gonna be, but we didn't really, you don't know until you get the thing in your hands, until you actually see it, open it for yourself, and have it in your hands. So that's why this is the unboxing of the new Nintendo Switch Lite.
Subscribe.
So even though this is a handheld only Nintendo Switch and it doesn't really switch, I'm still really excited about it. Now, in one of my older videos where I was talking about the Nintendo Switch Lite, and I thought almost for certain that this thing would probably be $200, but for some reason I was thinking it was gonna be like $229, and that this thing would be able to dock and that you would just have to buy the dock separately. And we actually saw the reveal for it, and lo and behold, I was wrong, but still a good move on Nintendo's part. So let's go ahead and open this thing up. We got this tab here. We're gonna flip the flap, and as you can tell here, the box isn't too big. I think I got it upside down here. We do have serial number on the side, as with all Nintendo products. And so here's the box. Oh, doesn't seem like there's much in there, huh? Wow, really small box, but got that Nintendo factory smell. I'm loving it. So as you see here, we got this. We got the box. We got a little flap. Just lift up on the flippy flappy, and here we go. Here it is. In the bag. And might I say, it's looking mighty fine, even just through the bag. Oh, what else do we got in the box here? Oh, it doesn't seem like there's really that much. I mean, the box wasn't big to begin with, so it didn't really seem like the... Oh, you know, just basic stuff. We got, you know, the instruction pamphlet and you know, we got the adapter here. Oh, I wonder what this is. Oh, it's like, yeah. So this part goes into this part. Oh, wow. It's kind of like, huh. Well, that's surprising. The box wasn't very big, but for some reason I thought there was going to be more in there. Huh. Well, at least this time Nintendo gave us the charging adapter. You know what I'm saying, right? But yeah, for the box being so small, I thought there was going to be more in there, like maybe like a dock or something like that. So that's kind of weird, but here we go with the system. We're going to nice and slowly pull it out of the bag. You can see we got the white sticks, we got a D-pad. Kind of weird that Nintendo is calling it a control pad. And yeah. The L and R, those aren't super clicky. The left and the right feel great. The buttons feel great. Thumbsticks feel great. The D-pad does have that kind of issue where you push the whole thing down, and I assume that you can get all the button presses with it. I don't know why they do that. They've had better D-pads in the past. Super small screen, super thin, very lightweight. I know that it is 120 grams lighter than the original Nintendo Switch. Which I gotta say, people are saying that this is so much lighter, and it is, you can tell, but honestly, without doing like one of these tests and holding one way out here and kind of seeing which one is actually heavier, if I just were to put my elbows kind of like this and then just kind of hold them, you know, if I had my eyes closed and you set both of these completely flat on my palms, I would say that they feel like they weigh about the same. Now it's kind of all in your grip. Now if I actually grip it like this and you physically move it, you can feel that one is definitely lighter than the other, hence it's the Nintendo Switch Lite. But you can tell definitely that this one is lighter, but only with a little bit of actual gravity moving do you actually feel it. So here we go once again, checking out the system. We do got the logo on the back. Very nice screen. I like the white. I wish they would put out standard Joy-Con with white buttons, white joysticks. You could probably just do it yourself. That would be cool, but it'd also be cool to offer it at the store. Of course, we got headphone jack, vents, volume, power. Ooh, that feels really nice. Game cart slot. That thing gets worn out quick, but initially when it's brand new, it feels really good. And we got the speakers down here at the bottom. And in a lot of reviews and overviews, nobody really bothered to show the SD card slot. It's nothing amazing. Lack of a kickstand though, which seems to bug a lot of people. It's not going to bug me because this is, of course, a handheld only system. That's what it is. That's who it's for. Is this product for you? Maybe. Do you have a Nintendo Switch already? Maybe it's for you. Do you like playing on the TV, or are you more of a handheld player? This is going to get more battery than my original launch model Switch, so I am going to be playing this portably, hence the name and the function. That's what this is, and that's what it does. It's a portable Switch. Who would have thought? It's kind of funny because everyone's acting like they didn't know that it was going to be a portable version. The Switch... Okay, that was extra epic. I don't recall that the first time I turned on my launch version of the Nintendo Switch. So this is much smaller. I have smaller hands, so this isn't really a problem for me. It does feel comfortable. Really, the only difference is, you know, even the width here and here, that's about as wide as a Joy-Con, slightly less. But really, you're missing this bottom chunk here. This, of course, would feel better in your hands because depending on how long, from like your palm to the tips of your fingers, the standard Switch might kind of rest here, more on my thumb muscle, and then the top of my hands will wrap up and around, whereas this, you're moving it up. So naturally, it's going to feel better. And after about 2 years of playing the Switch, I kind of tend to, instead of play like this, I put my pinkies down under and kind of play it like this, or sometimes with them a little more tucked back. And that's kind of like a built-in kickstand. So that's a free tip for all you folks out there. Use your pinky little kickstands, and it's almost like a kickstand in your hand. It's a kick hand stand. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't get any accessories with this. I'll be getting them at some point. I'll get a case and stuff like that. But so far, yeah, this thing is great. It's nice, feels good in the hands. Of course, you got your speakers down at the bottom. And right now, I'm just going to go over like a short list of the things that you can do with this thing. If for some reason you're not getting Wi-Fi, like myself, you can basically take your broadband adapter, USB style, and as long as you have a USB-C, you can plug it straight into this thing and be hardwired, so that's definitely a plus. If you have all sorts of other USB-C dongles, you can basically plug it in. You can use a PlayStation 1 controller, you could use a PlayStation 2 controller, you could use even if you have one of the ones where it plugs in, sometimes it's just USB-C straight out to like regular USB-A, and in some cases you can hook up the GameCube adapter and basically plug your GameCube controller straight into this thing. So that's also a plus. Why are you not connecting? That is the password. So I can't connect to the password to the internet. But yeah, people are saying that this is a little bit textured feeling, and it's just more of a grainy plastic. It's actually cheaper feeling. Still nice, and it's still really solid, really thick, like in just pressing on the plastic here. If anything, the back shell is the thing that's kind of bowing a little bit with pressing. And you give it the old bend test. It's like I can see the light up above here. I can see it as I flex this, bending. But overall, this thing is solid. These things were made to take a beating. I'm pretty sure that since this thing is not heavy and it's not like a brick, that you could throw it around on the carpet. You could probably hold it up above your head and just drop it straight on the floor. It's not going to break. It's not going to shatter. This thing was made to take a beating. And I guarantee that they gave this thing to kids to have fun with and to try to figure out if they could actually break it. And then I'm sure they went from there and revised it. So far, the only issue that I'm having is it wants to know if I'm using my old Nintendo Switch, if I'm going to be using this as the primary one, etc., etc. So I go ahead and you have to link your Nintendo account. It says that you can do it later. When you click later, it just kind of restarts that part of the message. And then it says a system update is required. Press the home screen, go back, go to system settings, and then go to update system, and it's not letting me do that. So when I select later, it wants me to create a me, and then it says a user will be added, but then it wants me to create a new user, but I don't want to create a new user. I want to do it now. So this has been a complete breeze for everybody else, but for me it's just not going through. Will you keep using the previous console in addition to this one? Yes. Link the same Nintendo account you used on the other console. So you have later, or why link a Nintendo account? So link Nintendo account, and it's telling me a system update is required, but the only thing I can do is take a capture picture of it, but I can't actually go to the home screen because it's not set up yet. So overall, it feels great. The plastic on it feels good. It does have this textured, even though, like I said, it kind of is a cheaper plastic, but it grips nice. It's not as tall, so it kind of sits in your hands a little bit better. Instead of it being down here, it's more up here. It's a little bit better. Joysticks are exactly the same. The buttons are basically the same density. They just don't make the same sound when you actually click them down. Power button feels good. The volume rocker doesn't feel as good. It is smaller though. So I'm back after a little bit of time. I played a little bit of Cadence of Hyrule. I played a little bit of Link's Awakening. I had to transfer the data for the games locally through the systems because somehow in trying to do the thing that everyone said was so easy. I don't know what I did wrong, but now I don't have Nintendo Switch Online on either of my consoles, and I didn't transfer and make this the primary one. I did make a dummy profile on this so that I could get to the main screen, update it, then make the other profile and basically bring over my actual Nintendo linked account. So that's what I did, and somehow in doing that, now I don't have a subscription to Nintendo Switch Online. So even going back to the regular Switch right now, I don't have Nintendo Switch Online. I go into the eShop and it's just not there. I go to play Super Nintendo app and it's just not there. The Nintendo Switch Lite, I'm so happy to have this thing because now finally, after this boat anchor, I finally have a portable console where I can play all my games portably. Because until the Nintendo Switch Lite, there was no way to play your games portably at all. You just couldn't do it. There was just no way. You got this big bulky thing that takes a semi-truck just to even move it around. It's a little bit of a bummer here. I'm trying to load up Tetris 99 and it does seem like it's going to allow me to do it. My subscriptions, you do not have any passes, but it is going to, I think, let me play Tetris 99. I'm very confused right now. Yeah, see, it's gonna boot me. Join now. So somehow I did lose my Nintendo Switch Online subscription. But finally, we have a portable device because we were never able to play games portably with this piece of shit right here. So aside from that, that's a beautiful thing. But what do I think of the Nintendo Switch Lite? What do I think of this thing? I think it's great. It's lightweight, feels good, slim and sleek. I actually like the sound that comes out of it. Some people were saying that they didn't like it because the regular Switch, it has the speakers kind of on the front here, so it's supposed to shoot at you, where on this, it's coming from the bottom. But I feel it's kind of like a TV. The other thing that I did notice is just simple things kind of like on the home screen, where we'll go ahead and go to the home screen here. The only difference that I'm seeing, oh, let me hold this the right way. Like on the home screen here, even though this one's plugged in and it's charging, up here it actually shows the battery on the right side here, and then it has the number for the percent of how much the battery is actually charged. And even if I go ahead and unplug this here, this one just shows the battery. It doesn't actually have the number or the percent even when you hold the home button. So that's the only change that I've seen so far from everything when it comes to UI, the home screen, all of that stuff. And I will go ahead, now that it's plugged in here, you could see that it said it was at 25%, and this one says it's at 88%, and that's the only change that I'm noticing. So like I said, the volume isn't as high, and for the screen brightness, you can tell that it's a different screen that they're using, because I don't know if you can, probably can't tell this on camera, but like the gray or the black background, kind of the grays, they look more black, and here they have more of a white. So that's a little bit different. You do notice certain colors, whites, greens, that they appear kind of more vibrant and maybe softened kind of on the Switch Lite. And it's just one thing to note, very mild. You can't really tell a difference. You can definitely tell that it's smaller. But even in reading and text and all that stuff, you can't really tell a difference. Having the D-pad is great, even though it doesn't work in Link's Awakening. I don't know why they went with that choice. And I do notice it doesn't take much, really, to touch on the screen. So the capacitive, whatever they call it, where you actually touch it and it kind of picks it up, that's definitely much nicer. You can see here I'm barely touching. Barely. Just barely touching that. And then if I come over here, I'm touching the screen, but it's not. See, so I could even See, now I'm actually pushing on the screen and it's not actually selecting it. So that's one thing to note. Nicer screen for stylus and finger action. Not that many games really use that. And other than that, I do like that the blue or yellow or gray, that it goes around the bezel here instead of having black like on the regular Switch. That's a nice touch, nice feature. I actually like that a lot. And that's pretty much it. This thing is solid and I highly recommend it. Great sound, great feel, plays good. It's not too small. It's really not. It's not that much smaller for things like reading or even a big adventure. I haven't played Breath of the Wild yet. That'll be soon to come. So that's pretty much going to be it for the Nintendo Switch Lite. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who watches this. Let me know, is this kind of your cup of tea? Are you going to be getting one? Or are you like everybody that just already has one and you kind of don't want to be bothered with it? Me, I didn't really need one, but since I had so much extra stuff laying around and I could actually trade it in, I figured at some point I was going to be getting one anyway. And with all the hype train, whoop whoop, all the hype around it, I just went ahead and pulled the trigger. And hey, no regrets there. So overall, I'm actually pretty happy with the Nintendo Switch Lite. Good job on Nintendo's part. They built it pretty decent.
It's a good build, good quality, and I would highly recommend it. So let me know in the comments what you thought of this video. Let me know if you're going to be getting one or not. Don't forget to subscribe, dubscribe to DDub, for more videos like this going on in the future. More stuff from Nintendo Switch. More unboxings, product reviews, more live streams, more reviews of actual video games going forward. And if there's anything else that maybe you want to see on the channel, let me know in the comments down below. As always guys, I'm DDub. Don't forget to hit the like button.
And I thank you so much for watching this video. Have yourselves a very portable and small, handheld, but nice day. Peace out.
Peace out.
So dumb.